story of hope, a story of pride. We have now joining us a resident of Punzwa village in Kupwara, Nadia, who has become the first girl from a remote hamlet to have qualified for the exhaustive UPSC Civil Services examination. Nadia Beg of Jammu and Kashmir, she secured the 350th rank. And Nadia Beg, you will now be one of the youngest IAS in all of India, and you are just 23 years of age. What was your reaction when you heard that you had cleared this exam with the 350th rank and that of your family? It's been a difficult year for many candidates sitting from the state.
Thank you, ma'am, for having me on the show. I would like to say that when I heard my result, I was extremely happy, and my family was extremely happy. It was like it was a dream come true. So a service which I had always aspired for, something which I have worked so hard, and it is something, you know, something nice happening to me. I feel very happy for that.
Something nice happening to you, that is, you know, probably the biggest understatement of the day. But Nadia, you know, despite witnessing turmoil in the region, nearly 12 candidates from Jammu and Kashmir successfully cleared the UPSC Civil Services examination. You especially are from a remote area in Kupwara. You made your entire district proud, like I said. You all have set an example to others for clearing the UPSC exam. So what would your advice be to others sitting? Because already this year, there's been so much stress and worry for those who want to sit this year, because the date hasn't really been set because of the coronavirus and the pandemic. So what would your advice be to others who want to follow in your footsteps?
I would suggest that be focused, don't be distracted by whatever is happening. The whole world is gripped by such a terrific pandemic. So the candidates must remain focused, work hard. The exam dates will be released today or tomorrow, so you should keep your full focus on the studies and appear in the exam.
And do you have an opinion on when the exam date should be held? Should they go ahead now? Because many students have spoken up about fears about their own health when they have to sit for exams, whether it's in Telangana, all over the country really.
As far as I understand the situation, the exam dates, I think it's in October, 4th of October, the exam dates have been set. So to my understanding, I don't think the exam would be possible for UPSC to conduct the exams in October, because it's, you know, the whole machinery, the administration is busy managing the pandemic. I don't think it would be possible for UPSC to conduct the exams.
Okay. And Nadia, of course, you were away from home when you were preparing, and during that time there was that, you know, communication lockdown also crackdown, and communication lines were down, of course. So were you able to be in touch with your family? Because for many candidates who sit for these very exhaustive, very competitive exams, the greatest source of support is having access to family who can support you, you know, stand up with you, push you, stay up with you perhaps late at night. What was your example, your experience like?
During that internet shutdown, and even to telephone calls where, you know, I was not able to call my family for 40 days. So that was a tough time for me. But thankfully, I had very good friends in Jamia Millia Islamia. I was a resident in the Residential Coaching Academy of Jamia Millia Islamia. So I think they helped me really well. They were always there for me. It was a time of stress for me. We were preparing for mains examination. They stood by me, and I'm very thankful to them.
All right, Nadia, lastly, so what next for you? You've cleared this very big examination, but what are your long-term goals, let's put it that way? Of course, no pressure. You've just cleared this examination. Are you first relaxing, taking time for yourself, just soaking in all of this admiration for you? But long-term, what are the issues that are close to your heart when it comes to India, India's growth, India's development?
For me, the education sector, specifically, I would say this is something which is very close to my heart because both my parents are teachers, and I have myself faced difficulties in this regard because we have always faced, we never had accessibility to quality education in our own district. The case is true for me as well as for other students from my district. So I would say I would focus on educational sector and also gender equality, women empowerment, and other such things.
Nadia, you are an inspiration for many. Thank you for your time, for joining us. Your story is really going to bring joy to many, all our viewers watching today. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.